Right. So we discussed about your periodical test one question paper yesterday. That is part one, and the remaining part of the question we will try to discuss it by today. We waited for your friends. Probably let them join later. Will anyway. This is going to be a recorded version, and people can go through that at any time. So I think this is the question where we have to start. Hello, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So okay, right. We will we will think about the logic behind this particular question. What is being asked? They are asking for the power delivered or absorbed by the dependent source. So they are interested in knowing the power across this particular what is it dependent source. This is a current dependent voltage source. Okay. If I how can you find the power? The power formula we know that power of this source is equal to the voltage of the source across the voltage across the source or the value of that source into the current passing through that into the current passing through that. Okay. So we know that this is 5, let us say this is 5R2 and this is also 5IR2. So based on the value of that அதோடைய ரெப்ரசன்டேஷன் 5IR2 இருக்கிறதுனால நான் பவர் வோல்டேஜ் கரண்ட் அப்படி வச்சுட்டேன். அப்போ இந்த பவர் if I want to know that power, then I should know what is the voltage value and the current passing through that. So that's the logic behind this problem. How to find it? Okay, how to find it? Okay, how to find the current and how to find the voltage? If I know what is IR2, okay, if I know what is IR2, then I can know what is this value. Am I right? If I know this current, then I can find the value voltage of this source 5IR2. If I know what is IR2, then I can know what is the voltage. Okay, so one part is over for power. Then I should get the current. I should know the current passing through this. Okay, I should know the current passing through this. How can I know? If I know what is the current passing through this and the current passing through this, okay, then I can use the KCL method to find what is the current passing through that. To know the current passing through this particular 10 ohm resistor, this one, I should know what is the voltage across this. I should know what is the voltage across this. Then only I can have voltage divided by this resistance value. Then I can find the current value. Got the point? Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, people in the class, please respond. Right. So, what is the logic behind it? Okay, how can you find it? Okay, that's the basic idea you should have. Right. When you see the problem, what is required to find the given asked parameter? Okay, that is how you have to approach the problem. Right. So, to, we will start like this. I know what is the current passing through this 2 ohm resistor. It has been given as 10 amps, and the current passing through this 6 ohm resistor is provided as IR2. So if I take this particular loop, if I take this particular first loop, okay, I will consider that. So 50 volt, okay, this is going to be 10 amperes, this is going to be 2 ohms, and this is going to be IR2 6 ohms. So using, you know, the current direction is in this direction. So using your KVL, what I can write, using your KVL, what I can write, minus 50 plus 20, because 10 into 2, okay, 10 into 2 will give me 20 volt, okay, plus 6 into I2 is equal to 0. So from which I can find my it is not I2, IR2, okay, IR2. I can find my IR2. So what is IR2? IR2 is going to be IR2 is equal to 30 divided by 6, which is equal to 5 amperes. So IR2 is equal to 5 amperes. Okay. Since I know what is IR2, I can substitute that value here and find the value of the voltage. So the value of the dependent voltage source. Value of the dependent voltage source is provided as 5 into IR2. So 5 into 5 will give me 25 volt. So the value of this is going to be 25 volts. Is that right? It is going to be 25 volts. You can see that this dependent source and this 10 ohm resistor, okay, this is 25 volt, that is your 5 IR2, and this is your 10 ohm. You can see that they are in parallel. They are parallel. Am I right? So the voltage across this 5 IR2, that is this dependent voltage source, will be the voltage across this 10 ohm resistor. The voltage, okay, of this is also going to be 25 volt. So I can find what is the current here. If I say this is going to be IR4, okay, because this is being mentioned as R4, okay, I put this as IR4. If I know what is the voltage across this 10 ohm resistor, then I can write IR4 is equal to 25 divided by 10, which is equal to 2.5 amps. Is that okay? Hello? Is that okay? These two elements are in parallel. These two elements are parallel. So if this is 25 volt, this is also is going to be 25 volts. If this is 25 volts, 10 ohm resistor across the voltage across 10 ohm resistor, then the current passing through that resistor is going to be the voltage divided by the resistance value, which is equal to 2.5 amps. Any doubts up to this point? Everybody connected here, please. Right. So I am going back to my original diagram. Okay. Now I know this is 2.5 amps. I know what is the current here. I know what is the current here. This is 5 amperes. Okay. This is 10 amperes. So I will consider this as node P and node Q. Okay. At node P, what I can write? The incoming current is 10, which is equal to, I will name this as IR3. 10 is equal to, okay, 5 plus IR3. So what will be your IR3? IR3 will be 5 amperes. So the current which is passing here is going to be 5 amperes. The same way, if I consider node Q, what is available? That the current IR3 is equal to the current passing through this one. What is IR4? Am I right or not? This one. And let us say this is your dependent voltage source. So I will put it like I5 R2, or I can name it like I25 because the value is 25. So I can name that. Okay. So I will keep it like I25. Okay. This is going to be I25. I25 plus this fellow IR4. IR3 is known, which is equal to 5. I25 is what required. We know this is 2.5. So what is I25? I25 is equal to what? 2.5 amperes. 2.5 amperes. So what my conclusion is, the power delivered by this 25 volt dependent voltage source is the voltage is 25 into the current is 2.5. So how much you get? 25 into 25 is 625. So it is going to be 6.25. 6.25 watts. Is that right? No, it is 62.5. Am I right? Just a minute. Okay, this is how we make a mistake. So you use your calculator to verify that. 62.5. Okay, this is the power delivered by the dependent source. This is the power delivered by the dependent source. So the logic is how? The logic is finding the current passing through this dependent voltage source and the voltage value of the dependent source. To know the voltage value of this dependent source, I should know what is the current passing through the 6 ohm resistor IR2. இப்போ இந்த 6 ohm resistorல போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட் தெரிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா இந்த டிபெண்டன்ட் சோர்ஸோட வோல்டேஜ் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிடும். இந்த வோல்டேஜ் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா பவர்ல எனக்கு ஒரு ஹாஃப் முடிஞ்சது. இன்னொரு ஹாஃப் என்ன, அதுல போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட். அதை எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? இந்த 10 ஓம் ரெசிஸ்டர்ல போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட்டும் இந்த 10 ஓம் ரெசிஸ்டர்ல போகக்கூடிய கரண்ட்டும் தெரிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா எனக்கு இந்த கரண்ட் தெரிஞ்சிடும். தட் இஸ் ஹவ் வி ஹவ் டன் இட். எனி டவுட்ஸ்? Any doubts? Hello? Any step? Any step I want to repeat? You want me to repeat actually? Everybody, please respond. Everybody has to know this idea. Okay, the logics and idea, the concepts should be as you see the problem, it has to strike you. நம்ம ப்ராப்ளத்தை பார்த்த உடனே நிதானமா ஒரு 2 நிமிஷம் 3 நிமிஷம் என்ன கேட்டிருக்கிறான், என்ன கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க, எப்படி அந்த கேட்டதை கொடுத்ததுல இருந்து கண்டுபிடிக்கணுங்கிறத நம்ம யோசிக்கணும். இதுல எந்த மெத்தட்னாலும் நான் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், எந்த மெத்தட்னாலும் நான் யூஸ் பண்ணி கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். இதே இது வந்து ஒரு கேவிஎல் அப்ளை பண்ணி நான் கம்ப்ளீட்டா 3 ஈக்குவேஷன் எழுதி அதுல இருந்து நான் ஏதாவது பண்றதுனாலும் பண்ணலாம். பட் எது டைம் கன்சப்ஷன் கம்மியா இருக்குன்றது தெரியணும், எது ஈஸியா அப்ளை பண்ண முடியும்னு தெரியணும், எது தப்பு இல்லாம நம்ம அப்ளை பண்ண முடியும்னு தெரியணும். ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து ரெகுலரா யூ ஹேவ் டு ப்ராக்டிஸ் ரெகுலர். ஓகே ஓகே ரைட். Shall we go to the next problem? Okay, any of you have worked on this problem? Whether you got some answers? Anybody tested actually? Okay, right. Anyway, so what is being provided? What is provided? Each resistor in this particular network is going to be 10 ohm. All the resistors are going to be 10 ohm. So it is going to be a find an R equivalent. You have to find the equivalent resistance through these terminals. Okay, so you will try to identify and eliminate the series parallel combinations and try to get your equivalent resistance. That is the idea. இதோட series parallel combinations identify பண்ணி அதை வந்து நம்ம என்ன செய்யணும்? We have to eliminate it. Okay, so on seeing this, what I can find it here is these two resistors are in parallel. These two resistors are parallel. Similarly, these two resistors are parallel. You can see that they are connected to the same node. Okay, in between that you are only having short circuit. So the same way these two are in parallel, and again these two are in parallel. So if they are parallel, okay, all these are in parallel. So what is that? 10 into 10 divided by 10 plus 10. If both the resistors are same and they are parallel, half of that value is going to be there. Am I right or not? So this is going to be 100 divided by 20, which is equal to 5 ohms. So my diagram is changing as, let me draw that diagram. You will have this 5 ohms. Okay, this is going to be there. You have one single resistance. This one is there. This one is going to be there. Yes. So this is 10 ohm. The circumference is going to be 10. Instead of these two, you will have 5 ohms. Instead of these two, you will have another 5 ohm. This is 10 ohms. This is 10 ohm. This is 10 ohm. And this is 10 ohm. And this is 5 ohms. And this is 5 ohms. Any doubts? Hello? Any doubts? Okay, identifying the parallel combinations, you can see that these, okay, are the same nodes. They should be connected to the same node. The upper node and the bottom nodes are same. All the 4 corners, you can see that these two, everybody is having the same nodes. Okay, right. Again, you can see that. How about these two? How are they connected? These two, how are they connected? What is the type of connection? Exactly, they are in series. These two are in series. So I will get 10 plus 5, which is equal to 15 ohms. So my diagram is reducing into okay, the diagram reduces. So I will have another combination. This is 15, this is 15, this is 10, this is 10, this is 10, this is 5, this is 5, and this is 10. Okay. Again, I can find some combination here. This is going to be, how are they connected? How are they connected? These two, 10 ohm and 15 ohms. They are in parallel, exactly. So they are parallel. So parallel is 10 into 15 divided by 10 plus 15, which is equal to 150 divided by 25. How much it is? 150 divided by 25. How much it is? 6 ohms. So I will get a 6 ohm resistor instead of these two. So my I think I can go for the next page. I will try to draw that. I will have one more resistor here. So this is 6 ohm, this is 10 ohm, this is 5 ohm, 10 ohm, 6 ohm, 5 ohm. So I want to know R equivalent. Now I can find these two are in, again, these two are in series. So what I will have? This is 5, this is 6, this is 5, and this is 6, I mean 16. So if you find these two combinations, they are parallel. So 16 into 5 divided by 16 plus 5, how much? 80 divided by 21. How much you get? 3.8. So this is going to be 3.8 ohms. So finally I have two resistors of the value 3.8 ohms. So they are in series. So you will get it like 7.6 ohm is the R equivalent value. R equivalent value. If you take more decimals, you will get some more values here. You get some more decimals. 80 by 21. If you take 2, 3, 4 decimals, you will get some more accurate. I think I am getting 7.619. Okay, this I keep it as 80 by 21. This is also 80 by 21. So I will have 80 plus 80 by 21. So I will get 160 by 21. 160 by 21 gives me the 7.619 ohms. Okay. If you have two more decimals, two to three more decimals, then the it is going to be much more closer. Anyway, 7.6 is acceptable. That is not going to be anything wrong in that. If you are getting decimals, at least have 2-3 decimals. Okay, is that clear? Is that okay? Hello. So okay, so this particular problem is also taken out, right? So 8B1. Okay. You can also solve this by any method, but they are asking to do for voltage division expression. So I will reduce this. I will reduce this actually. I will reduce this circuit because they see these two are in parallel, and again these two are in parallel. So if I reduce that 20, okay, 100 divided by 25, so I will get a 4 ohm here. How do I get it? Like 20 into 5 divided by 20 plus 5, which is equal to 4, right? So you have a voltage source. So what is this? 400 by 50. How much you get? 8 ohms. So 40 into 10 divided by 40 plus 10, which is equal to 8 ohms. So I have another voltage source here. So this is going to be 16 volt. So it is provided, this is plus minus Vx, and this is, okay, plus minus Vy. This is plus, this is minus, this is plus, this is minus. So this is 24 volt. So the maximum voltage source is available here. So I will consider this as the direction of the current. Okay, the maximum voltage source is available here. So I will take positive to negative. Normally that is the conventional current direction. Normally we assume it. If no direction is provided. Direction கொடுக்கலைன்னா நமக்கு என்ன எப்படி எடுக்கணும்னா பாசிட்டிவ் டு நெகட்டிவ் தான். அதுவும் ஹையஸ்ட் வேல்யூ ஆஃப் வோல்டேஜ் சோர்ஸ் எங்க இருக்கோ அதுல இருந்து எடுக்கணும். அப்போ 25 வோல்ட்ல இருந்து நம்ம எடுக்கணும். That is the current direction. So based on that, how can I write it? Write the KVL equation. So using KVL, what I can write? Using KVL. Okay, what I can write? So minus 24. Okay, minus 24 plus V6 plus 16 plus Vy is equal to 0. So these equations provide me Vx plus Vy is equal to 8 volts. Vx plus Vy is equal to 8 volt. So I can reduce this second figure as because I can reduce it because they are the series, the connection is in series. So this is 8 volt and the current is flowing in this direction, and this is plus y Vx, this is plus minus Vy. This is 4 ohm and this is 8 ohm. Okay, so they are asking me to find this particular voltages Vx and Vy based on voltage division. So what is the voltage division rule says that? The voltage division based rule says that the unknown voltage is equal to the same resistance value divided by the total resistance value into the total voltage. The resistance value in which your voltage has to be found, the same resistance divided by total resistance into the total voltage. The total voltage here is 8 volt and Vx, the resistor value is 4, so divided by 4 plus 8. You tell me what is the answer you are getting. And for Vy, what you should have? The same resistor 8 divided by the total resistor into the total voltage. So 32 by 12. So I think it is 2.666 volt or 667 volts. And what about this one? 64 by 12. So the remaining should be there actually. How much you get? 5.33. So if you add these two, you should get 8 actually. Okay, that is what it mentions. Minus 8 is equal to plus 8. Okay. Is that clear? Hello? Hope that it will give some idea about, okay, voltage division. Then comes your next problem. What is this problem specifies? Calculate the current through this 5 ohm resistor. And again, this is a very simple problem. Everybody can do that. There is nothing much complication is there. You can see that they are asking, they are interested in knowing what is the current I, this one. So based on the current direction provided, I will try to use my KCL. I will use my KCL method to find it. So what is I here? I can say I is equal to what? The current flowing here. This is nothing but Vx minus 5. Based on the current direction I am writing, Vx minus 5 divided by 5. And this 5, the numerator 5 is going to be based on the 5 voltage source, and the denominator is going to be based on the resistor value. Okay. To know I, this is the formula. To know this I should know what is Vx. So I am using the same KCL to write the equation. What is that equation says? Okay, if we consider I1 is equal to I plus I2. So that is what your KCL says. Am I right? The I1 is coming inside. These two are leaving. So I1 is equal to I plus I2. Okay, I plus I2. So what is I1? I1 is equal to, the direction says that it starts from 10 volt. So 10 minus Vx divided by 10. Thus this branch current, I1. Okay, the current is from 10 to Vx. So it is going to be 10 minus Vx divided by 10, which is equal to, I know what is I, Vx minus 5 divided by 5. And what is this one? This is going to be plus Vx divided by 10. So if I solve that, I will get it like, if I take Vx or this side, okay, we will get it like Vx minus 5 divided by 5 plus Vx by 10, okay, plus Vx minus 10 by 10 is equal to 0, which implies Vx is taken common, 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10, this is Vx, okay, Vx 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10, okay, you will have a minus 1, and minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, this minus 5 by 5 minus 10 by 10, minus 1 minus 1. So if I solve this, I would get like Vx into 4 by 10 is equal to 2. So Vx is equal to 20 by 4, which is equal to 5 volt. If Vx is equal to 5 volts, then I can use this equation to get my current. So what is current? Current is equal to what? 5 minus 5 divided by 5, which is equal to 0 amps. So no current will be flowing across this 5 ohm resistor. Yes? Hello? There is no possibility of having a current flow in this particular branch. You got that idea? Hello? Okay, right. We will go to the next problem. Okay, they are asking to write mesh equations and find the unknown mesh currents. So let us assume the mesh currents first. Let us assume the mesh currents first. Then we will try to write the equations, and we will try to solve the problem. So what do you find it from? This is not a normal problem. You will see that we will assume current directions. Let us say this is going to be I1, and this is going to be I2, and this is going to be I3. I am assuming. I don't know what is the current direction, but I am assuming it. I4, I1, I2, I3, I4. இப்படித்தான் அசீவ் பண்ணணுமான்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா பண்ணலாம், இதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்லையும் பண்ணலாம். ஆனால் ஆன்சர் உங்களுக்கு நெகட்டிவ்ல கிடைச்சிருக்குன்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? உங்களுக்கு ஆன்சர் வந்து நீங்கள் ஈக்குவேஷன்ஸ் கரெக்டாக எழுதுனீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஆன்சர் சிமிலராக தான் கிடைக்கும், பட்டு சைன் மாறி கிடைக்கும். சைன் மாறி கிடக்கிறதுனா என்ன அர்த்தம்? நெகட்டிவ்ல கரண்ட் கிடைச்சதுன்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? நீங்க அசீவ் பண்ணிருக்க கரண்ட் டைரக்ஷனும் ஆக்சுவலா வரக்கூடிய கரண்ட் டைரக்ஷனும் ஆப்போசிட்ல இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் எனக்கு ஆன்சர் வந்து I1 வந்து 1.5 கிடைக்குதுன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, -1.5 கிடைக்குதுன்னா என்னுடைய கரண்ட் டைரக்ஷன் நான் எப்படி எடுத்துக்கிறேன், 12 வோல்ட்ல இருந்து பாசிட்டிவ்ல இருந்து நெகட்டிவ் போகுதுன்னு எடுத்துக்கிறேன். ஆனா ஆக்சுவலா கரண்ட் எப்படி வருது, 12 வோல்ட்ல நெகட்டிவ்ல இருந்து பாசிட்டிவ் போற மாதிரி நான் அசியூம் பண்ணிட்டு தான் எனக்கு பாசிட்டிவ்ல கிடைச்சிருக்கும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் த ஐடியா. பட் யூ கேன் see that here you have a current source here. If what is the problem called as, what is this mesh called? This mesh is called, because of this 5 ampere current source, 5 ampere source, it is called as a super mesh problem. It is a super mesh problem. Yes, Karunya, correct. It is a super mesh problem. So what should I do for super mesh? The first step is I have to eliminate the branch of the super mesh. That's my first duty. So what I will do, I will eliminate that source. Then I will draw the remaining sources and the remaining components. It will take some time actually. Anyway, I hope that parallelly you have been noting down. So everybody are engaged in writing those circuits, drawing those circuits. Okay, so you have another 24 volt. This is a 20 ohm. This is 60 ohm. This is 12 ohms. And this is 10 ohm. And this is 18 ohm. This is going to be 4 ohms. This is 8 ohm. This is 2 ohm and 6 ohm. So 12 all are filled actually. So I will mark the current direction. Anyway, I will take some another color to make it little aware. Visibility is there. I1. This is going to be I2, but okay, I will have made again a mistake. Okay. What I have to do here is I have to consider this as a single loop. Okay, a single loop, but the current is assumed to be I1, I2 and all. But I have to take it as a single loop and I write it actually. This is I3 and this is I4. I4. Okay, this current is going to be I1 only. This is going to be I2 only. But this has to be considered as a single loop. Okay, single complete mesh. Okay, one complete mesh, and we have to use the current as it is, and we have to write it. Okay, this 4 ohm is eliminated because there is no current flow in this 4 ohm, so 4 ohm is not required. So if you are able to write these equations, let us say I have a set of equations with me. I will just write that, considering this complete mesh 1 and 2. Okay, considering this mesh 1 and 2, I will write the equation as -12 plus 2I1 plus 36 plus 8I2 plus 6I2 plus 16I2 minus I4 plus 10I1 minus I3 is equal to 0. If I solve this and write it as a group, then I will get it like 6I1 plus 15I2 minus 5I3 minus 8I4 is equal to -12. So let us have this as equation number 1. Same way, if I consider that, if I consider the super mesh branch, if I consider the super mesh branch, how it looks like. Okay, I1 is coming like this, I2 is coming like this, the value is 5 amperes. So based on the direction of the current flow, okay, based on the direction of the current flow, I will write it like, okay, I will write it like I1 minus I2 is equal to 5. Why I put it like I1 minus I2? Because the source current direction and I1 are same direction. The two direction is same. Okay, this is in the opposite direction. So it's going to be I1 plus 5 is equal to Okay, so I1 minus I2 will be the resultant. Okay, that is going to be the resultant. So I1 minus 2 is equal to 5 is my second equation. The same way, I can write the equations of these two currents, these two meshes. Let me for convenience, let me take this diagram there. Take this particular and paste it here, so I can write it in a better way. So I am interested in writing that mesh currents of mesh equations of I3 and I4. So if I consider mesh 3, okay, my equation is going to be minus 12 plus 10 into I3 minus I1 plus 12 into I3 minus I4 plus 18 I3 is equal to 0. So from this I will get it like 5 I1 minus 20 I3 plus 6 I4 is equal to minus 6. This is my third equation. Same way, when you consider mesh 4 gives me 16 into I4 minus I2 plus 20 into I4 plus, you can see that it is 12 into I4 minus I3 minus 24 is equal to 0. So I will get an equation like 4 I2 plus 3 I3 minus 12 I4 is equal to minus 6. This is my fourth equation. I have 4 equations. The problem here is I cannot use a calculator to solve 4 equations actually, because the maximum I can do is using this calculator is only 3 equations. 3 unknowns are there, 3 equations are there. I can solve it using calculator. Since I have 4 unknowns and 4 equations here, I have to go by my own, okay, by solving it analytically. You cannot go for any calculators actually. So what I will do, I will use this one relation. What is that relation? I1 minus I2 is equal to 5, which will provide me I1 is equal to 5 plus I2. Okay, what I will do, I will try to take this equation, like let us say this is equation A. I will try to use this equation. I will substitute this equation in 1 and 3, because this 1 and 3, you can see that this equation 1 has I1, I2, I3, I4, 4 terms. Here again this third equation has I1, I3, I4, 3 terms, I2 is not there. So what I will do, because here you see fourth equation, it has only 3 terms, I2, I3 and I4. So what I will try to do is, I will take this I1 and substitute in terms of in your first equation and third equation, and I convert that equations into equation having only 3 terms, I2, I3 and I4. So if I substitute in first equation, my equation is going to be 21 I2 minus 5 I3 minus 8 I4 is equal to minus 42. This is from first equation. Let us take this as equation number 5. Same way from third equation, okay, from third equation I will get it like 5 I2 minus 20 I3 plus 6 I4 is equal to minus 31. This is my sixth equation. So using 4, 5 and 6, I can directly write what is I2, I3, I4. If I know I2, then I can write it like what is I1 using your equation A. If you have calculators, now you can apply this, because these 3 equations 4, 5, 6 are involved with only 3 terms, I2, I3 and I4. So now you can use your calculators and find what is I2, I3, I4. If I know I2, then I can find what is I1. So they are asking for What is I1? I1, I2, I3 and I4. Okay, they are asking for these currents. So let me write it down what I am getting. I2 is equal to minus 1.6025. Now you can see that I am getting a negative value. So what this specifies me? Since it is negative, it says that I2 is assumed to be in the opposite direction. I2 has to be in the opposite direction. Okay. நான் அசியூம் பண்ண டைரக்ஷனும் தப்பு ஆக்சுவலா I2க்கு அது வந்து ஆப்போசிட்ல இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம் பட் வேல்யூ அதே தான் வேல்யூ வில் பி 1.6025 தான் அவ்வளவுதான் I3 is going to be 1.23147 and I4 is equal to 0.27369 and because of I2 is minus 1.6025 I1 I am getting it like 3.3975 amperes. Everybody is in everything is in ampere. So if you get some problem with 4 different variables, okay, take one equation, convert the other 3 equations in with 3 variables, solve that using calculator, because if you go for a matrix or Cramer's rule and all, it will take much time. It will take much time. It will take your half an hour to 40 minutes to solve that equation and all. That is not good actually. Even if you use calculators for solving matrix, I think it will be up to 3 cross 3, maximum 3 cross 3 it will use. You cannot go for 4 cross 4 and all. So that's the problem in your this engineering calculators. So convert a 4 equation into 3 equations, 3 variables, 3 equations, solve that, then take that another variable and get the 4th variable. Okay, anyway, I have not shown you the entire process of writing that equation, solving that equations and all. I am giving you some glimpse on that. Okay, if you fetch time to solve this, I think you are having your own question papers can be downloaded. Already you have your question paper. Now you can sit. You got the concept. Now you can sit and work on that. You have the answers. You can verify it. Any doubts? Hello, everybody. Okay, now we will go for 9B. We will go for 9B. It's again a simple problem. They are asking you to use mesh analysis. Okay, they are interested in knowing what is the current flowing through this 5 ohm resistor. That is I1. Okay, this is I1. All the current directions are known. So I will write using the given current. Current kudukala, current direction kudukalana, you can assume your current. Then you can work on it. இது ரெண்டு விதமா பண்ணலாம். Okay, what I will try to do here is I will take this current ஒவ்வொரு பிரான்ச்சுக்கும் கரண்ட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க அதனால அந்த பிரான்ச் கரண்ட்டை வச்சு நான் பண்ண போறேன் இப்போ பிரான்ச் கரண்ட் எனக்கு கொடுக்கல அப்படின்னா நீங்க எப்படி அசீவ் பண்ணிக்கலாம் இது I1 இது I2 ஓகே இது I3 அப்படி அசீவ் பண்ணிட்டு என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம் யூ கேன் ஒர்க் ஆன் இட் அது உங்களுக்கு நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு ஆன்சர் சொல்லுங்க அதுக்கு I1 I2 I3 ன்னு அசீவ் பண்ணிட்டு இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்றேன் I am going to work based on the branch currents. Branch current ஏற்கனவே I2 I3 I4 I5 எல்லாம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்கல்ல அதை வச்சு நான் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ண போறேன். Okay, that is also one way to do that. So I am interested in showing you that method. நான் சொன்ன ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மெத்தட் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் அதனால I am not going for it. Okay, this is I1. So if I write this equation, so the current direction is I1 I2 going like this. So minus 100 plus 5I1 plus 3I2 is equal to 0. Okay, this is first equation. When second equation, if I take this second loop, okay, second loop, what I will get? I will write it like 3I2 plus 3I4 minus 3I3, no? 3I3 plus 3I4 minus 3I2 is equal to 0. You can see that the current is I2 is in this direction, I3 is in the opposite direction, I4 is here. So if I take this voltage, this is going to be in opposite. Okay, so minus 3I2 is equal to 0. 3I3, 3I4 minus 3I2 is equal to 0. This is my second equation. Okay, third equation, you can see I5 is in this direction, I4 is in this direction. So current is coming here to negative, so minus 50, okay, plus this one is 2I5 plus 3I4 is equal to 0. This is my third equation. Okay. Then I have, because I have 5 variables here, you can see I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, 5 variables. I need 5 equations at least. So I will try to use KCL. What is KCL says? Using KCL, I will write I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. This is one KCL equation. I will take this as 4. Here, I using this particular node, I will write it like I3 plus I5 is equal to I4. This is my fifth equation. So if I take these two equations and replace it with the others, so what is that? Substituting 4 and 5 in 1, 2 and 3. This relation, if I am able to substitute these relations in my first 3 equations, I will get another 3 equation, and if I solve that equation, I will get my values. So I will get I1 is equal to 12.96 amperes. If I solve that, then I will get my I1 value to be 12.96. This you can work on it. You can work on this and tell me whether you are getting it. The voltage across this particular 3 ohm resistor is what trusted it. Voltage across 5 ohm. So to know this 5 ohm resistor's current, I got it 12.96. So V5 is equal to 5 into 12.96. I am getting it like 64.81 volts. 64.81 volts. This is one way to do that. The another way, I told you what is that other way. You can use, this is I1, this is I2, and this is I3. So I will write those equations also for your kind information. So I am getting it like minus 100 plus 5I1 plus 3I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. So I will get one equation. The second equation is minus 3I1 plus 9. I think you will get it like 3. Okay, I'm right. I'm trying by inspection method. 9I2 minus 3I3 is equal to 0. On the other case, 50 plus 5I3. Okay, I think I'm making some mistake. Let me correct it. I will go by the normal equation. It is up to you. You can reduce that and find your results. Okay, so let me try that. This is going to be 3 into I2 minus I1 plus 3 into I2 plus 3 into I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. Then based on this particular direction of current, 50 plus 2 into I3 plus 3 into I3 minus I2 is equal to 0. So I can have 3 equations with 3 variables. It is very simple to use your calculator and solve this. Very simple actually. So now you will get I1 is equal to this value, and you can use this equation and find it. So now you can check it out, check on it. Now if you have calculator, you can work on it. I will give you time, or we will you try this in your home. That's enough. Okay, you can try that. We will also do, get some chat after this class, right? So this is over. I think this people have solved. 1 or 2 people have solved this problem. In your test paper, I can see that. Very simple actually. They calculate V1 minus V2. They are interested in knowing what is V1 minus V2. So I have 2 equations. If I consider V1, I can write, okay, 2 amperes is equal to, I am assuming these current directions to be going outside. So what I can write? I can write it like V1 minus V1 by 9, V1 minus V2 by 1. So 2 is equal to V1 by 5 plus 4. plus V1 minus V2 by 1. So I will get an equation 10 by 9 V1 minus V2 is equal to 2. This is equation number 1. And considering my V2, I will get it like V2 minus V1 by 1. V2 minus V1 by 1 plus V2 by 2 is equal to 15. Okay. So from this I will get minus V1 plus V2 into 3 by 2 is equal to plus 15. This is second equation. Now use your calculators, and if you solve that, you will get V1 is equal to 27 and V2 is equal to 28. So what is V1 minus V2? V1 minus V2 is equal to minus 1 volt. Minus 1 volt. So as simple as that. It's a simple problem. You can go through it. Very simple problem. Okay, it seems to be a little bigger actually because we are having 3 nodes, V1, V2, and since this is V0, okay, this is also V0. That's the only clue you want. If this is V0, this is also V0. Now you can write 3 equations here. I will write away the equations directly. You will get your results. You can see that when you consider V1, you will be getting like 0.5 V1 minus 0.1667 V2 is equal to 6. This is your first equation. Then considering your second node, and if you write it, you will get it like minus 0.1667 V1 plus 0.833 V2 minus 0.5 V0 is equal to 2. This is your second equation. Third equation is considering V0, you will get it like minus 0.5 V2 plus 1.5 V0, which is equal to 2. You have 3 equations, which provides me these values. V1 is equal to 14.545 volts, V2 is equal to 7.641 volts, and V0 is equal to 3.88 volts. Okay, you have to be careful because everything is provided in different 8 into 10 power minus 3 amperes. This is 2 into 10 power minus 3 amperes. The resistance values are 3 into 10 power 3, 6 into 10 power 3, 2 into 10 power 3, 6 into 10 power 3, 1 into 10 power 3. The problem here is because this 10 power 3 is coming and the source is going to be 10 power minus 3, these both gets cancelled and you are getting normal values. இது ரெண்டு கேன்சல் ஆகும். ஈக்குவேஷன் எழுதி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட் வில் கெட் கேன்சல். ஸோ அதனால உங்களுக்கு நார்மலாகவே டெசிமல்ஸு இல்லை இந்த மாதிரி கிடைக்குது. 10 பவர் மைனஸ் 3 மைனஸ் 2லாம் வரல. அதனால ஆனால் கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும், கவனமாக பார்க்கணும். இங்கே மில்லி ஆம்ப்ஸ் இல்லாமல் ஓகே நார்மலாக ஆம்பியர்ஸில் கொடுத்துருந்தாங்கன்னா இந்த 10 பவர் 3 நீங்கள் விட்டு பண்ணீங்கன்னா கஷ்டமாயிடும். ஸோ திங்க் ஆஃப் தட் ஆல்சோ. So 3 equations from these 3 equations, if you solve, you will get your values. And the last question, I think someone has attempted this also, but I don't think you got some answers correctly. Let me go for this superposition. I am interested in knowing what is the current. What is the current I6? So what I will do, I will write I6 is equal to I6 dash plus I6 double dash plus I6 triple dash. This 6 is because of this 12 volt. This 6 double dash is because of this 36, and this triple dash is because of this 5 ampere current source. So I have to draw 3 different cases. I will go one by one. So I will eliminate the others based on short circuit. Okay, this is another. Okay, this is 6 over. Okay. I will correct it. So 4. This is 8. This is 6. This is 10 ohm. This is 12 ohm. And this is 2 ohms. This is 12 volt. Now, since this is open actually, so there is no current flow through this 10 ohm and 12 ohm. So this part is not required. Not required. This is not required. So only two loops are there. I am interested in knowing what is this I6 dash. This is the current passing through 6 ohm resistor. I can use any method to get it. Even I can go for a KCL. I will take this V. So or I will go for what is that normal loop analysis. That's simple actually. You can go for that also. So I will put this as I1. This is I6. Okay, I6 dash. So the equations are two equations. I will get 6I1 minus 4I6 dash is equal to 12. This is first equation. And the second equation is minus 4I1 plus 18I6 dash is equal to 0. This is second equation. If I solve this, I will get I1 is equal to 2.347 and I6 dash is equal to 0.5217 amperes. So I am interested in knowing only this part. Okay, this because considering this 12 volt source, I will get my I6 dash. Okay, let me take this and go for the next page. Okay, we will consider the second case. Okay, what is the second case says that? The second case is I have to consider only 36 volt. I have to consider only 36 volt. This 12 volt and this 5 amp has to be eliminated. So what is that? This is going to be 2. This is going to be 4. Short circuit the voltage source. You have 36 volt, 8 ohms, 6 ohms. So the remaining is not required. Okay, because it is open circuited. You don't want this. So 8 ohm, 6 ohm, 36 volt, and this is 2 ohms and this is 4 ohms. So if I assume that this is going to be I2 and this is your I6 double dash, okay, this is your I6 double dash, you take it as it is. Now I will get my equation 6I2 minus 4I6 double dash is equal to 0. This is one equation, and the other one is minus 4I2 plus 18I6 double dash is equal to minus 36. This is equation number 3 and equation number 4. If you solve this again, you will get I2 is equal to minus 1.565 amperes and I6 double dash is equal to minus 2.347 amperes. So this is what required, I6 double dash. In the third case, I am interested in using only this particular 5 ohm resistor. So this is going to be short circuited and this is going to be short circuited. You will not have this two voltage sources. You will have only this current source. And if you see that this is parallel, so my circuit will be reduced as this is 1.33, this is 1.33, this is 8 ohm, and you have a 6 ohm resistor. You will have a 10 ohm, 12 ohm with the current source. Okay, I am interested in knowing what is I6 triple dash is. So up to this point you are having, I am not interested in இதுவும் எனக்கு தேவையில்லை ஏன்னா கரண்ட் சோர்ஸ் இந்த நோடு வரைக்கும் எனக்கு 5 ஆம்பியர். அப்ப இந்த கரண்ட் என்னன்றதை நான் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும் கரண்ட் டிவிஷன். அப்ப என்ன வரும், I6 டபுள் டேஷ் வந்து ஆப்போசிட் டைரக்ஷன்ல இருக்கு. அப்போ I6 டபுள் டேஷ் ட்ரிபிள் டேஷ் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்னா என்ன பண்ணணும், I6 ட்ரிபிள் டேஷ் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு மைனஸ் போட்டுக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா இது ஆப்போசிட்ல இருக்கு. I6 வந்து இப்படி இந்த டைரக்ஷன்ல வருது, பட் கரண்ட் 5 ஆம்பியர் கரண்ட் இப்படி தான் டிவைட் பண்ணும், இப்படி. அப்போ I6 ட்ரிபிள் டேஷ் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு மைனஸ், இதோட ஆப்போசிட் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல என்ன இருக்கு, இது ரெண்டும் சீரிஸ் காம்பினேஷன். அப்போ I have 1.33 plus 8 இந்த 1.33 எதுல இருந்து வந்தது? 1.33 வந்து இதுல இருந்து வந்தது. 4 into 2. 4 into 2 divided by 4 plus 2, which is equal to 6 by 8, which is equal to 1.33. Is that right? Sorry, 8 by 6, not 6 by 8. 8 by 6. 8 by 6 is equal to 1.33. So, opposite branch resistance divided by the total resistor, 9.33 plus 6 into the total current 5, which will give me a negative value, which is minus 3.043 amperes. Okay. So, my I6 is equal to I6 dash plus I6 double dash plus I6 triple dash. I got my I6 dash as 0.5217, I6 double dash as minus 2.47347, and I6 triple dash is 3.043. So my total current is I6 is going to be 4.8683 amperes. I will repeat the same question. Very simple actually. The first case, you consider only 12 volt. You eliminate these two by their equivalents. Okay, and try to find what is I6. I got I6 is equal to this one. Okay, I6 is equal to 0.5217 amperes. In the second case, consider this 36 volt. Okay, you eliminate the other two. And try to find what is I6 double dash, which is equal to minus 2.347. In the third case, consider this 5 ohm 5 ampere current source. You eliminate these two and try to find using current division. I6 triple dash is equal to 3 minus 3.043 amperes. Now add all these three, you will get your final result. The worked out, all these worked out question paper key, a detailed key is posted in your Google Classroom also, and it will be available by tomorrow. It has already been scheduled and it will be available by tomorrow. Meanwhile, you try to work on all the problems which we have discussed today. You try to work on all the problems. Still, if you find any difficulty in solving any problem, you tell me. We will discuss it in the next class. Any queries or anything you want me to discuss now? You can ask me a question. Hello.